Hello and welcome to a new Google Sheets video in Practical Sheets. Today is part 3 of the inventory CRUD system. So now it's taking shape. Now I think we're almost having a very functional system. In the last video, we were able to create products, inputs and outputs. Today, we are not going to be able to not only to create the product, but to update it, read it. For example, if I select here a product, it will bring everything from the product and I could change something. And it will not create a new product, but when I register the product, it will go and look for this product and change it. So, and finally, we're going to do the stock. Very simple, so that now you have a functional stock. I know you're going to love it, but before I begin, if you'd like to support me, then you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, or even further, go to the Patreon page where you don't only support me, but you can find the template of these and the 70 videos I have in the channel. And you can ask me questions if you have an error, if you have a different thing you want to achieve in one of these products, then we can quickly do a video or something. Thank you so much, and let's begin. So in order for this to be almost 100% functional, we need a couple of things. First thing we need to do is to be able to edit the product. So I want to be able to select, for example, Thriller Michael Jackson and change. It's not that I'm going to be able to change the artist, because Michael Jackson will always be the artist. But again, maybe this was not a very good example, but in your case, you want to change the color, you want to change a comment, you want to change the price, you want to change the genre in this case, or whatever else. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go here. You're going to add a new function. It's going to be called read product. This is very different to all the other functions we have done, because I want to activate this function only when I'm here at B1. Remember, we already did this manual work here, so it's very easy. I don't need to input manually B1, but this cell product. So I'm going to create a variable called active cell. I will create it later. For now, I'm going to say that if the direction or the reference of this active cell, so let's call active cell ref, if this reference is the same as cell product, in our case B11, then we can bring our product. So now, what is this active cell ref? There are a couple of ways we can do this. One easy one is, let's go to this WS get active spreadsheet, and we're going to say WS get active cell or get active range. Any of those two would work. And this will be our active cell ref. Well, actually, I haven't used let here, so let's use constant. This is not going to change. But I think a better programmer than me will tell you that is a better option to change this for let. But I'm going to leave this discussion for the experts. Active cell ref, something is wrong here because I don't know why this is in gray. Let me see. Get active cell, maybe, I don't know if Sheets is so intelligent, Google Script is so intelligent, because it's telling me that, okay, I have the active cell, but I don't have the direction. And the direction is, it's called get A1 notation, okay, the reference. I know why. This here, it should have double equals. When it's inside the if, it should be double equal. Okay. So if the active cell ref is cell product, but I'm missing one thing, because I should make sure that I'm in this sheet, because maybe I am in B1, but in here, you know, in the products. So I need another condition, and is that my active sheet name is equals to here my form sheet name. Let's do zoom out so it looks better. And to concatenate these two conditions, we have two options, or and. In this case, I need both conditions to be true, so this is why I'm going to put double ampersand. That means, and now I need to I know I'm doing this backwards. I'm first doing things with my variable before being creative, but maybe it is better explained this way, or maybe not, you can tell me. So I'm going to define this active sheet name. So const active sheet name will be this WS get active cell. So tell you one thing later. And then I'm going to my sheet, get sheet, and then I need the name. So this sheet I'm going to get. When you start seeing these things, that things start repeating themselves, is when you may decide to create a new variable. So many people don't like to create that many variables, but especially when we are learning, I think it's much better to have a lot of variables so it's easier to understand. And in this case, warrants it. Is worth it because we are also being a bit more efficient in our code. So let's say constant active cell, let's call this active cell equals ws.getActiveCell. So now I'm going to replace this for active cell, and here the same. And now I'm making sure that this will only work in my forms and only in this cell. And maybe I should also make it work only when this cell is not empty. So again, another constant called active cell value. And this value will be active cell and get the value. That's it. And I can say that the last condition is that my active cell value should be different than blank. I think there are other methods. I think there's like an is blank or something like that. But I always do this and I like it. Now, what are we going to do? What I want to do here is that once I select something here, I'm going to go and look for it in my product. So how do I do this? First, I need this list of products. So let's get it inside so we don't waste time, because if this doesn't comply, if this is not true, then why I'm going to waste any more code? This is all that I need to confirm the condition. Once I have the condition, then I can do other things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to my product book, I think, or spreadsheet. I think I did it over here. Actually I have a, it's not a problem. It's just that a convention changed. This shouldn't be called SS input. I'm going to change it for SS product. So I'm going to say rename symbol, SS product. Much better. So this, I need this one. So I'm going to copy it and paste it here. Let's format this. So I have my SS product and I'm going to bring all of my products. How? With their various ways. This get data range, I like it. And I'm going to get the values. I'm going to store it, a constant or a variable that is called product array. So this, what this will bring is all of this. Now I only need the first column. For this, again, there are many methods for doing this. I'm going to do it with a method called map product array.map. For each row, I just want to bring the first item. This is row in the 0 position. And I'm going to save this. I could save it in the same product array so I don't waste any more variables. But now that I do this, I need to be careful. And now this cannot be a constant. It should be a variable. So we could do this as let. The better way to declare a variable. Now I have my list of products, and now I can look for in this list for the product I have here. So this is the active cell value. How can I do this? With an array method called index of. It's like a VLOOKUP, like a match function. So I will say product array dot index of, and I'm going to look for my active cell value. I need to see if the product is there. And how do I know? Because this index of returns the number of the position in this array in which it found it. If it didn't find anything, then it will return -1. So let's put this in another constant. Let's call this index product index. And I'm going to do another conditional. I'm going to say that if index product is different than -1, this means that it found it. If it does find it, I want it to bring all this information here. Okay? I already have this index product. So I need to change this a bit because I'm going to need this product array. to go and get the album, the artist, release, genre, etc. So I'm going to change this. This will not be in product array. We're going to declare another variable. Let's call this product list. And I need to change it here also. Product array. And this could go back to being a constant. No problem. Now I have it separated because then I need the product array as it was in its original form. So I'm going to say the product array. I need to see in which row, and the row is this index product. So index product, and now I need the column. Remember, these are the columns: 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I need these 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1 will be the album, and the other ones will be 2, 3, and 4. So artist, release, and genre. And here I just changed 2, 3, and 4. You can start to have some wild ideas. For example, these 1, 2, 3, and 4. I could also put some constants here. You could do it. Also this 0, depending on where your product reference is, because in my case it's in column A, but it may be in another one for you. So you can change these numbers however you want. And now I want to get these 4 variables and paste them here. So I go to my form sheet. I have not declared it here. So this SS form. And I will say SS form, get range. And let's begin with our art album. This product album, product artist, product release, and product genre. And I will put here set value, and in this case it will be album, and I will change it for the other ones. Copy and paste it. Here it will be artist, release, and genre. And that's it. If index product is -1, then what I could do is maybe clear all this up. So very similar to this. Let's write here else. I'm going to get, in order for this to work, I will get this SS form and leave it outside my if here. And I will copy this, paste it here, and change this for clear content. I know that someone more clever than me may have identified that here I have 4, this is a range, so I don't have to have 4 lines to clear the content. I could just do 1 line, get range from B2 to B5. So I think I've never declared that this is the most efficient code. This is a code apt for learning, but there are many of the things I do here that may be improved and do more efficiently in the future. But I think it reads better and it's better understood this way, but it's not the most efficient way. I think it's efficient, but it's not the most. So let's test it. There's one thing missing, and the thing missing is that this function should run whenever the user edits something. So do you remember we used this onOpen in the past? So I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to create a new one called onEdit. And for now, we're just going to put this read product. I could save, and let's test it. So I'm going to select this one. Here I should change this format. So just to number. And let's do another one. So it brings everything here. Again, I'm repeating this one. Let's do this one. So now I could change a thing. And for example, let's say that this bad Michael Jackson, I want to remove these asterisks. I don't like them. And I'm going to register. This won't work. Why? This is going to create a new product here. And it should actually look for bad. Now I have a duplicate. It should have come here and change it. So let's do this so this works nicely. This is what is missing. So I have to go to my add product. Actually should be called add or edit product, but you understand that this will add if it's a new product, or it will edit. If you think about it a bit, you would have realized that this same thing we did here, index product, is the same thing we're going to need to look for the product, because this is what we did, look for the product. So now we're going to do the same, look for the product, and if it does exist, then I'm going to modify it. If it does not exist, I'm going to create it. So here in add product, I'm just creating it. So I need to have here, I'm going to have another conditional. The conditional has to be that if the product, that if it found the product, then modify it. If it didn't, then it's going to do all of this. Let's, for now, do this. If product is found, then you can do this. Else, when the product is not found, we're going to do what we already had. So we're just going to paste this and paste it here. So if the product is found, we're going to copy some things of the function we already did. If not, we're just going to have this creation. So I'm going to change this, don't worry. So let's take the same thing. So the SS form is already, I already have it here, so I don't need it. It's already here, and the SS product also, so I don't need it also. So I don't need these two, but I do need all of this. Product array, product list, index product. I'm going to put it here, and it's going to do exactly the same. The only thing is that it's not going to look for active cell value, but for product. And in the if, we're going to do the same if we had here, index product, different than -1. This means that it found it, okay? And if it found it, so here it's a bit different from what we did in the past. Now I need to go to my SS product. In the row that it found it, this is the index product. So let's do get range. In the row, index product +1, because remember that the first position in an array is 0, and here in rows is 1, so you always need to add 1. And the column will be 2. Here I have one issue that I will let you know later. For now, so it will be 2, but I will change this later. Okay, this will be 2, and I will say set value for album. We could do that if the album hasn't changed. Well, you don't change it, but it's a lot of work. It's not necessary. It's so few fields. Let's just replace it, and that's it. Album, then artist, then released, and then genre. And here it will be 2, here it will be 3, here it will be 4, and here it will be 5. Okay, and it will change it, and that's it. So actually this the record was created successfully. Here I could do something similar, but it will be the record was updated successfully. So I think this should work. Let's see. So let's take this Hotel California from here, and let's say again I'm going to remove this, and let's register a product. I don't know why here it's not clearing the product, but let's see if it changed it. So let's look for Eagles, and here it did change the artist for Eagles. Perfect. I changed Hotel California with the asterisks, so it's perfect. It did change, and I didn't add a new one. Perfect. So I should delete this. Once I register the product, I should delete all of this. So once this is successful, even if I updated or created a new one, then I should clear up all of this. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here, and I'm going to add a clear content for the product also. And let's do this now that we are here. Let's do this also for the sale. Only if I was able to create. Let's do this, but this is not sell product, but sell input product, sell input unit, and sell input date. Let's copy this and let's paste it here in the, this was output actually. So let's go to our input here. It works perfect here, and now we'll change in input for output in the last one. So now let's see if it works. One last try. So I'm going to select Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon again. I'm going to remove these asterisks. Maybe I'm going to change this for classic rock. And let's say I haven't changed this in my conditional formatting. Let's say register product, it deletes. Excellent. Product, dark side of the moon, perfect. I change it to classic rock and it works great. I'm going to go to format, conditional formatting. I should add another rule. So I'm going to stand here, say add another rule, while standing in the similar rule. So I just need to change the text, copy it here and paste it here. Was updated successfully. It should be the same color. It's working great. Now I can update finally. So just one thing before I go, I'm going to change these numbers because I think we can also have it here as a constant. Actually, two things before we go. So the first thing is I'm going to identify the columns in product for product, album, artist, release, and genre. So you can change it again very easily. So here I'm going to say column, product, and product. And the same for the other ones. Actually, I could copy this because it's very similar. And I'm going to change this for call in all of them. And here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now here instead of 1, I could say call product artist. Product, that is 1. Call, this is album. 2, 3 artist. Release is 4. And genre is 5. And here, down here, I also know I had them here. Also the same. So call product album, call product artist, call product release, and call product genre. This 0 means that is the first column of the product list. So again, we could also match it with the call product -1 because of the positions of the array I have already said. And in 0 also call product -1. So now it's a very, very robust code that the only thing you need to do when you change it to your project is change all of this. Okay, so save. And again, one last time, I'm going to create a new one. Food for worms, shame. So this is food for worms. This is shame. This is 2023. I don't know what is that. Let's say register product. Let's go here, control down. Here I have it. Now let's say I'm going to select it again to change something because this was not rock, but it was metal. Oof, I have a problem here. Given that it's an index, then I should subtract 1, given that it's an array. Okay, I haven't saved. Again, let's select it. Now it's good. Food for worm, shame. Now let's say this is not rock, but it's metal. And let's register again. This, maybe we can change the name of this button. It should be add / update. Let's see here. I changed it to metal, so it's perfect. Now let's try to add. Let's buy a couple of these. So I'm going to buy 1. I don't know if it's going to stick or not. So 1. And here I have it. And then I'm going to sell it because actually I was sold it. So I have one problem here. Sell output units is not defined. Sell output units. So I think I sell output units H2. Sell output units output. I forgot a T, man. Actually here it says output also. So my mistake. Save again. And let's try it one last time. Register the sale. And I have it here. I did it 2 times because I had the mistake the first time in the code, but now it should work fine. So now you have the products, now you have the input, now you have the output. And this is going too long, but we could quickly do the stock. We already know how to do this. So let's say product, input, output, stock. So we could do this with a unique. We can go either to our products or to our input. So let's go to our input here to our A2 up to A. Here we'll bring everything that has been at least bought once, and we're going to add up all the inputs. So let's say SUMIF. First, I need to know where I'm going to look for the criteria. So the criteria I'm going to look at here. And what is the criteria? Sorry, comma. What is the criteria? The criteria is this one. And what I'm going to add, the units. So this one. Let's hit enter. Okay. Given that input and output have the same structure, so I can just go here, copy this, paste it here, and change this for output. Also here. And I'm going to subtract this with this. Then I could drag this down however rows it's necessary. I could change this. I've already done this several times in the videos, but let's do it quickly. If A1 equals to blank, then let's leave this blank. And if not, let's do the SUMIF, and the same for all the other ones. So let's copy this. Let's paste it here. And the same here. So I can take these three columns, Control Shift down, Control Shift down again, Control D, and that's it. I have duplicated, and if I have new, actually I have an error here. This is A2. Now let's do it. Control Shift down 2 times, Control D, and now it works. Okay, now I have it. Then you can do some formatting and a lot of other things, but now I think it's working really, really nice. As always, I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, you can support me by subscribing to the channel, or even further, subscribing to the Patreon page, where you'll find the templates of these and the more than 70 videos I have in the channel, and I can answer your queries quickly. Thank you so much. See you next time.